Hello, I'm Alana and I'm currently doing my Certificate 4 in Fitness with the AIPT. Today I will be doing my final assessment video. I have confirmed the session location and time with my client, and I have also checked the area and the equipment for any risks or safety hazards that may appear to my client. I have also ensured that the space is free to use with other personal trainers, group trainers and the other gym participants. So hello Molly and welcome to our session today. Just going to give you a quick overview of what we're going to be doing. So first of all, we're going to start with a pre-exercise questionnaire to make sure that you're ready to start doing some activity without causing any harm to yourself. Yep. After that, we're going to be doing a bit of fitness testing. So what we're going to do with you is a sit and reach, which will test your flexibility. And then after that, a short strength session that will comprise of doing a squat, a chest press and a barbell bent row. After that, we'll also do a short cardio circuit that won't take any longer than 5 minutes. And then a short warm down. So how does that sound? Really good. Awesome. We'll get into the pre-exercise questionnaire now. So how many times a week do you currently engage in activity?
About 5 to 6.
Yeah. No worries. And how active are you in your daily life?
Moderately active.
Really active? No worries. What would you like to achieve from your PT sessions?
Increase my flexibility and just general conditioning, I think.
Okay, cool. No worries. So we've got some other questions here. So have you ever had a heart attack, coronary revascularization, surgery or a stroke?
No.
Has your doctor ever told you that you have heart trouble or vascular disease? Has your doctor ever told you that you have a heart murmur?
No.
Do you ever suffer from pains in your chest, especially during exercise?
No.
Do you ever feel faint or have spells of severe dizziness, especially during exercise? Do you experience swelling or accumulation of fluid around the ankles?
No.
Do you ever feel your heart is suddenly beating faster, racing or skipping beats, either at rest or during exercise?
No.
Do you have chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, interstitial lung disease or cystic fibrosis?
No.
No worries. Have you ever had an attack of shortness of breath that developed when you were not doing anything strenuous in the last 12 months?
No.
Have you ever been woken at night by an attack of shortness breath? Do you have diabetes? No worries. Any ulcerated wounds or cuts that you don't seem to heal? Do you have any liver, kidney or thyroid disorders?
No.
And experience unusual fatigue or shortness of breath when doing everyday activities?
No.
Is there any other physical reason or medical condition you couldn't take part in any exercise programs?
No, I'm good.
Okay, excellent. Nice and healthy then?
Yeah.
Easy. All right, we'll get into it then.
Okay.
So the next thing we're going to be doing is fitness testing. For this, I've chosen the sit and reach test for my client, as this will test her flexibility. It'll give us a good starting point to be able to see if any improvements have been made when we reassess in 4 to 6 weeks. What I'm going to do is just give a short demonstration before she has a turn and I can measure her results. But first of all, I just want to make you aware, Molly, of the safety concerns and the risks that are involved. So there is potential for you to strain one of your leg muscles, but you just need to be aware that there is some risk involved, but this one's fairly low impact and low intensity because you're just sitting down, but you just need to be aware. Alright, so I'll give you a short demonstration. So all you need to do is place your feet up against the wall with your legs outstretched and your feet can be together. Just make sure your knees are almost touching the floor, but not to a point where it's uncomfortable. And all you need to do is place one hand over the other and lean forwards from your hips as far as you can. And it doesn't matter if you can't reach your toes, it's not necessary, but just get as far as you can. Alright? No worries. If you feel any pain or discomfort at any point, let me know and we can either modify the exercise or we can just stop. Alright, let's give you a turn. Yep, so feet up against the wall. Give you a little trial run first. So just one hand over the other, that's it. And lean forward. That's it. So just pulse for 3, 2, 3, and then relax. How'd that feel? Sore?
Yeah.
Yeah. No worries. Alright, we'll measure it this time then. We've already done a pretty sufficient warm-up, so you should be alright. No risk of injuries here. Alright, lean as forward as far as you can. Good job, well done. Alright, and relax. Alright, so you're about 16 centimetres out then. So it's pretty much below average is what those results are. The average for a woman is 1 to 10 centimetres over your toes.
Okay.
But that's fine. There's plenty of room for improvement, and with a bit of training and a bit of flexibility a few times a week, we'll be able to easily achieve that. Yay. So the next part we're going to do today is the strength component of this session. So I just want to remind you that we've already done a risk and hazards analysis, so we've made sure and double checked that all of the equipment that we're going to use, as well as the floor in the area, has no safety risks at all, which is good, so we'll be able to go without putting our client in any hazard. So what we're going to do, first of all, is just talk you through the exercises we're going to do. So the 3 strength exercises we'll do today, we'll start off with the dumbbell chest press, then we'll go into a barbell squat, and then we'll also do the barbell bent over row to finish off with. So have you ever done any of these exercises before? No? Easy. Well, that makes it pretty easy. No worries. So I'll just choose some weights for you to start off with. They'll be fairly light, so you're able to do them. All I'm going to ask you to do is 10 reps for 1 set.
Okay.
All right, so I'll talk you through that when we get to it. But first of all, I also want to explain spotting to you. So what spotting is just me supporting you when you find it difficult to do any of your exercises. So basically, if you struggle at any point, you can either tell me, or I should be able to notice already, and I should be there to support you. But you do still need to be able to push or pull the weight still, just to help out with that. So it's kind of like working until failure. All right, easy. So the next thing I want to talk to you about is also your breathing. So your breathing is very important for obvious reasons, but just to make sure that you don't dizzy yourself or anything like that. So you're going to be on your concentric phase of your exercise, which is when you're exerting the force, is when you need to be exhaling. And on the eccentric phase, which is when you're nice and relaxed, is when you need to be breathing in and getting those oxygen to your muscles. All right, I'll talk you through that as well when we're doing the exercise, so it's all right. And also, just to remind you about bracing your core, you should be doing it through all the exercises, and all you need to do is try and remember to bring your belly button, and as if you're pulling it through into your spine. But you still need to remember to breathe. It's very easy to stop your breathing. You just need to make sure that you continue inhaling and exhaling. So the first exercise we're going to be doing, a part of the strength component, is the dumbbell chest press. I'm just going to do a short demonstration. So all you need to do is lay down on the bench in a supinated position. Hook your feet in there. So you're laying back. You need to start with the dumbbells up above your head, making sure you've got soft elbows and you're not locking out to cause any injury. All you need to do is lower the weights to about 90 degrees and push up, all right? So you're lowering and push up. So the breathing that we were talking about doing before, as you're lowering the weight, is when you'll inhale and then exhale as you push up, all right? So inhale and exhale. And this exercise will be mostly working your pectoralis major and minor, as well as your anterior deltoid and your serratus anterior, and will be supported by your triceps as well, all right? Okay. So we'll get you to lay down on the bench, and I'll hand you the weights. That's it. There you go. How's that? All right? Yep. No worries. So all you need to do, push it up above your head, it will be your starting position. So then you're lowering to about 90 degrees, so if you want to lower it there. Perfect. So we're going to do 10 reps, all right? Starting now. All right, push it up 1, that's it. And 2, good job. Well done. That's good form. All right, keep it up. You've got 5 more to go. Remembering to do that inhale and then exhale as you're breathing. That's it. And 3 more. 1. Great job. All right, you can finish there. I'll take the weights from you. All right, great job. You can sit up if you like. So that one is very important to build all of your chest muscles and helps you a lot with all of your pushing motions, all right? Yeah. So the next exercise we're going to be doing is the barbell squat. We're just going to use a barbell off of the floor instead of using a squat rack today. So I'm going to give you a quick demonstration, but first of all, I'm just going to let you know that we've checked all of the equipment again, just double checked it, made sure everything is okay, and it should all be safe to use. So just with a quick demonstration, all you need to do is pick up the weight, and I'll probably hand it to you, but when you're doing this yourself, you just need to hold it here, and push up, and then place it on the knee part of your upper back, And then all you need to do, place your feet just a little bit more than hip width apart with your toes slightly facing outwards, and you sit back as if you're sitting on a chair. Alright, so all you need to do, put your bum out and make sure that your knees aren't going over your toes, and then push up. When you're pushing up, you need to make sure you're pushing through your heels, and that'll activate your glutes more. Alright, so how does that sound to you? Does it seem pretty easy?
Yeah.
No worries. So this is a compound movement. So it'll be working mostly your quadriceps group, your hamstring group, and also your gluteus group, but it will also support your core and your lower back. Alright? So here you are, hold the weight. So just lift it above your head, and then onto the knee part of your back. That's it. We just want you to start lowering down. So same thing as last time, we're just going to do 10 reps, alright? Alright, let's go. That's it. You're right, keep going. Yeah, good job. So try and get nice and low into that squat. Yeah, that's it. So make sure you keep your back nice and flat, and make sure there's no curvature that could hurt your spine or any of your back muscles there. That's it. And keeping the knees pushed out. Yep. Great job. Alright, so 2 more. 2. Good job. How'd that feel? Good. Yeah? Good. Alright, do you want to lift the weight up? Easy. Alright, so that's the squat. So the next exercise we're going to be doing is the barbell bent over row. So this one works most of your back muscles, so your latissimus dorsi, your trapezius, your rhomboids, as well as your lower back and your spine. So I'm just going to give you a short demonstration, alright? So all you need to do is pick up the bar with a pronated grip, so that's your palms facing the bar. You want to have it about shoulder width apart, and then all you need to do is bend down to almost 90 degrees, keeping your core nice and tight, and then all you need to do is flex at the elbows and bring the bar up to your lower rib cage, alright? Pushing through, just like so, alright? And when you get to the top, just a short pause, just at your full concentric position to make sure it works your muscles nice and tight. How's that sound? Good. Awesome. So I'll hand you the weight now, and you can have 10. So same as last time, be about 10 reps. Alright, so leaning forwards till you're almost parallel with the floor. Yep, so bending at the hips. And then rowing up, so bending at the elbows, and you want to keep your elbows nice and tight to your body. Yep, that's it. Just to your lower rib cage. Good job. So 3, 2, 1. How did that feel?
Good.
Good?
Yep.
Yeah, no worries. Alright, so next time we'll probably up your weights a little bit, make it a bit harder, especially when we start using the squat rack and some heavier weights. Alright, cool. So next we're going to be doing the cardio session, alright? So the next thing we're going to do is our aerobic component. So all it's going to consist of is a short circuit, which will take less than 5 minutes. Each exercise is going to be about 20 seconds, and there's only 3 exercises. And I'm going to give you just a short 15-second rest as well, alright? So we're going to start off with our in and outs. So all you need to do is start with the bench. And you bring your right foot up onto the bench, followed by your left, and then in the same order, return them to the floor. Alright? So you're coming up, and all you want to do is gain a bit of speed, and pushing off, landing on the balls of your feet at all times, alright? And just gain the speed, alright? Next thing you're wanting to do is the skipping, which is pretty simple. I'm sure you've probably done it before. And you can jump with your feet together or separately. That's up to you, whatever you feel most comfortable with. And then the last thing we're going to do is the travelling jump squats. So you just need to start like you would in a normal squat, feet just about hip width apart, toes slightly pointing outwards, and as you lower, and then you just want to explode out, landing on the heels of your feet and coming down very softly. So you want to be focusing on firstly jumping as high as you can, but also landing as softly as you can. But it's alright to just keep moving forwards as well. You don't need to jump too high, alright? So all this is going to do is improve your aerobic fitness. And what that's going to do is increase the amount of oxygen you're able to breathe in, and also increase the utilisation of oxygen, so for things like metabolism, energy production, those sorts. Alright, so 20 seconds each. I'll let you have a turn. And we're just going to do 3 rotations, alright?
Okay.
Just going to start a timer. Give me 1 second. Alright, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. That's it. Good job. Well done. Yep, so just starting to go as quick as you can. Going down. That's it. Stay nice and low. That's it. Your 10 seconds down. That's it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Alright, and then to your skipping. Good job. You're right, keep going. Good job. Alright, you've got 10 seconds left. Push it out. Try and go as quickly as you can with those as well. You want to be making sure you're going as high intensity as you can. Alright, so you can finish up there and then into the travelling jump squats. Alright, get going. So you want to be landing nice and softly. That's it. Good job. Well done. That's it. And then you can just go back the other way. That's it. And go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Easy. So we'll give you a short 15-second rest and then we'll go again. Alright? How does that feel? Good. Alright? Yeah? No worries. Okay, so that way for you. Alright, start again in 5 seconds, alright? Easy. Alright, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Let's get into it. As quick as you can, remember? That's it. Good job. Stay low. Pushing as fast as you can. That's it. Keep it up. Good job. 5 more seconds. That's it. 2, 1, and then into your skipping. Good job. That's it. Good job. You're right. Keep it up. Good work. Seems better. Well done. Good job. 10 seconds left. Alright. Let's do it. Good job. Well done. So 3, 2, 1. Then into the jump squats. Alright. How you feeling? Alright. Keep it up. Let's go. Or you try and get up and back within 20 seconds. That's it. Keep it up. Good job. 10 seconds left. Good job. That's it. Well done. Alright, we'll go 20-second rest now. How does that sound? Alright? Just take a breather. Easy. Is any of it injuring you? Feeling sore at all? No? You alright? Easy. Alright, so we've got about 10 more seconds. 5 more seconds, sorry. Yeah, deep breath. Make sure you're keeping up your breathing. Alright, let's get into it. Let's go. Last round, that's it. Keep it up. Good job. Get halfway there. Keep it up. Good job. Let's do it. That's it. Stay nice and low. 3, 2, 1. That's it. Into the skipping. Last 2 exercises, just push it out. Let's go. Good job. Keep it up. Nice work. 10 more seconds. Alright. Keep it up. Good job. 3 more seconds. Alright. 2, 1. That's it. Take a breath. Just into the jump squats. And this is your last one, alright? So just keep it up. Keep up your good work. All about achieving those goals, isn't it? Good job. Alright. And back again. That's it. Last ones. Landing nice and softly. That's it. Good job. Well done. Alright, you can stop there. Easy. So that's all we're going to be doing for today. We're going to do just a short warm down to lower your heart rate now and stretch out some of your muscles, but that's about it. So thank you for coming in.
The targeted energy systems in that cardio activity would be mostly the lactic acid system and the oxygen system. This would be so because the lactic acid system would be predominantly used during the high intensity movements and the explosive movements, particularly in the squats and the in and outs. The oxygen system would also be used when oxygen was readily available, such as during rest periods and also when energy started to deplete. The exercises also used basically full body conditioning with a focus on the lower body, so through the squats and the in and outs again, as well as the skipping. These are predominantly lower body activities, but still use the upper body as well. So the next section we're going to be doing is the special populations. We're going to start with the hypertension. So hypertension is another word for high blood pressure. It's a significant risk factor for cardiac issues such as strokes and heart disease, but can easily be managed through a healthy lifestyle, so a well-balanced diet and exercise, as well as reducing alcohol and tobacco intake. Hypertension can be genetic or hereditary, but can also be due to unhealthy or inactive lifestyles. So a contraindication of hypertension is repeated up and down movements, excessively heavy weightlifting, and also isometric exercises. So these will increase the heart rate and the blood pressure to a point that is not wanted. So implementing a lighter weight and lower intensity would be beneficial for clients with hypertension. It's also really important for them to develop aerobic fitness and with resistance just as a complementary exercise. Any high intensity workouts would most likely need to be replaced with walking or stationary cycling, but they should always be cleared by doctors or any allied health professionals before proceeding with any activities. So with the exercises we did today, the dumbbell bench press would need to use much lighter weights. This would keep the heart rate low. If the PT observed that the blood pressure was still becoming too high, then it could be completely reversed into just a wall push-up where there was no weights being lifted over the head at all. That would probably be the safest option if you weren't sure of your client's condition. With the squat, it could be replaced with a body weight only squat with the Swiss ball, and also this would minimise the amount of up and down movements and would be much more controlled fashion that would keep blood pressure low. Lastly, the barbell bent over row wouldn't be recommended at all due to the bent over fashion would need the blood pumping up to the other areas of the body and would probably increase blood pressure too much for a hypertensive client. So instead a seated row could be used, and again with lighter weights than a regular client, because this would put less stress on the cardiovascular system. So the next special population is for lower back pain. Lower back pain can often occur around the lumbar and lower thoracic spine and can occur due to a wide variety of reasons, whether it be simply from growing, lack of movement, poor technique. These conditions can be really easily improved through strengthening the core and all the surrounding muscles of the torso, so any lower back muscles or upper back. The training changes would require a lot of careful observation to ensure that the core is always engaged and supporting that lower back. Also reducing the rounding of the curvature in the spine would be very important to prevent pain. So the suggestions would be to reduce the amount of compound movements used that put high levels of stress and pressure on the lower back, as well as swapping out things like squats and the bent rows for more isolated movements that would only target specific muscles instead of these compound movements, particularly including lower impact and lower moderate cardiovascular activity would be important to keep fitness up if the client wasn't able to perform any strength training at the time. Excuse me. As the core and surrounding muscles of the lower back became stronger, training intensity could steadily be increased, but it would be very important to always be doing light rotational warm-ups before the beginning of exercise and also stretching throughout and at the end of each session. In relation to the exercise that's completed today, it would be suggested for the client to be doing assisted wall squats with a Swiss ball, similar to those with hypertensive clients. It would be most helpful to support the lower back as well. The barbell bent row could also be swapped out for a seated row and would most likely almost need to be scrapped completely and replaced with more isolated movements if it was causing too much pain for the client. Lastly, the dumbbell chest press would most likely be alright as long as the weights used were reduced to a lower weight. and it would just be very important for them to always be bracing their core and keeping their back flat on the bench. So the next one is the knee injury. For a knee injury, it is very important for you to always be strengthening the area opposite to the knee injury. It's easy for knee injuries to either be undiagnosed pain or whether they can be very specific, like an ACL tear. But it's very important to always assess a client individually instead of assuming they were similar. So some clients may be able to still do lower body training and do much more reduced weights and also intensity, but some other clients may be restricted to only upper body workouts. Assuming, however, that it was okay, gotten the all okay from the allied health professional, it would most likely be that the dumbbell bench press would remain unchanged, because obviously there wouldn't be too much pain in the knee if it was able to be bent into the adequate position. And also, depending on the severity of the injury, the barbell squat could either just use lower weight or be replaced with an exercise that simply doesn't use the knee at all. So lastly, the barbell bent over row could again be changed to any seated row or lat pull downs, similar exercises like that have the client seated and not having any excessive pressure on the knee. So thank you for watching. That was my simulation assessment video. Thank you.